Venus should have been simple. By every early measure, it should have behaved like Earth's sibling, not identical, but familiar enough to follow the same cosmic rules. Similar size, similar mass, similar composition, formed from the same disk of dust and gas, in the same neighborhood of the young sun. And yet, almost every fundamental behavior of Venus defies expectation. It spins backward. It barely spins at all. Its atmosphere outweighs its crust and influence. Its surface hides as if deliberately erased. And the deeper scientists probe, the clearer it becomes that Venus is not merely different. It is profoundly unstable in ways Earth narrowly avoided. For centuries, Venus inspired confidence rather than fear. Its brightness made it comforting, even romantic. Ancient cultures associated it with love, beauty, and fertility. Early astronomers assumed its clouds were protective, nurturing, concealing oceans and forests beneath. Venus was imagined not as hostile, but as abundant, a warmer Earth, perhaps too lush for human life, but rich with possibility. These assumptions were not foolish. They were logical extensions of what little was known. The tragedy of Venus is that logic, when incomplete, can be deeply misleading. When humanity finally learned how Venus actually behaves, it shattered those expectations one by one. The planet's rotation alone rewrote planetary science textbooks. Venus does not simply rotate slowly. It rotates in defiance of the solar system's shared momentum. While planets inherit their spin from the same rotating cloud of material, Venus moves against that inherited direction, as if something intervened, disrupted, or unraveled the process long after formation. A day on Venus stretches longer than its year, meaning the sun rises and sets fewer than twice per orbit. Time itself behaves differently there. This strange rotation has consequences that ripple outward. Without a rapid spin, Venus cannot generate a strong magnetic field. Without a magnetic field, the planet is exposed to the solar wind, a constant stream of charged particles that slowly strip atmospheres away. And yet, Venus retains one of the thickest atmospheres in the solar system. This contradiction hints at a violent, complex history, one in which atmospheric loss and accumulation occurred simultaneously, shaping a sky that now dominates the planet entirely. The atmosphere of Venus is not merely thick, it is overwhelming. Carbon dioxide makes up nearly all of it, trapping heat with ruthless efficiency. Sulfuric acid clouds reflect sunlight, preventing cooling. The result is a runaway greenhouse effect so extreme that temperature differences between day and night, equator and pole, are nearly erased. Venus does not cool. It does not rest. It exists in a permanent thermal equilibrium of punishment, locked into a state it can no longer escape. This atmosphere moves faster than the planet itself. Winds whip around Venus in just a few days, racing far ahead of the surface below. The planet's sky has effectively decoupled from its ground, behaving like a separate system entirely. This superrotation remains only partially understood, and it further destabilizes the planet's already fragile balance. Venus is not a single machine. It is several machines operating out of sync. Then there is the silence around Venus. No rings, no moons, no debris. For a planet of its size, this absence is striking. Earth has a moon. Mars has two. Even distant gas giants are adorned with elaborate ring systems. Venus, by contrast, is solitary. Its gravitational environment is clean, stripped of companions that might preserve clues to its past. Any moon it once possessed may have crashed into the planet, contributing to its slow, backward spin. Any rings that formed would have been torn apart by the sun's relentless tides. Venus exists without witnesses to its own history. The surface beneath the clouds deepens the mystery. When radar mapping finally pierced the veil, scientists expected to find an ancient, battered world. Instead, they found something disturbingly smooth. Vast volcanic plains, gigantic shield volcanoes, deformed plateaus, and a startling lack of impact craters. This should not be possible on a planet nearly as old as Earth. The only explanation is erasure, not gradual change, but planetary-scale renewal. Venus appears to have resurfaced itself almost entirely. Heat trapped beneath its rigid crust built for hundreds of millions of years, unable to escape through plate tectonics as it does on Earth. Eventually, the pressure became too great. Lava flooded the surface, drowning the old planet beneath a molten reset. Mountains were buried. Craters vanished. History was wiped clean. Venus did not evolve, it rebooted. This cycle may have happened more than once. Unlike Earth, Venus lacks moving tectonic plates that release energy slowly. Instead, its crust behaves like a sealed lid. Heat accumulates, stress grows, and when release finally comes, it is catastrophic. The planet's youth is an illusion, a consequence of repeated destruction rather than sustained stability. These processes are not isolated accidents. They are connected outcomes of a planet that crossed a critical threshold. Venus may have once had oceans, moderating its climate and lubricating tectonic motion. But as solar radiation increased, water evaporated. Water vapor, a powerful greenhouse gas, accelerated heating. Ultraviolet light broke water molecules apart, and hydrogen escaped into space. What remained was a dry, carbon dioxide-dominated atmosphere with no mechanism to reverse the process. Once Venus dried out, there was no path back. Without water, plate tectonics stalled. Without tectonics, heat built up. Without rotation, magnetic protection weakened. Without protection, the atmosphere changed irreversibly. Each failure reinforced the next, locking Venus into a state of planetary collapse that unfolded slowly, silently, and inexorably. Venus is not a cautionary tale because it is extreme. It is a cautionary tale because it began so close to Earth. Its differences were small at first: a slightly closer orbit, a slightly slower rotation, a slightly different atmospheric balance. Over billions of years, those small differences compounded into a world utterly hostile to life as we know it. When we ask why Venus rotates backward, why it has no rings, why its surface seems erased, we are not just cataloging curiosities. We are tracing the fingerprints of instability. Venus shows what happens when planetary systems lose their ability to self-regulate. It demonstrates how fragile habitability truly is, and how easily it can be lost without dramatic warning. Venus does not rage. It does not explode. It does not announce its failure. It simply persists in a state of irreversible imbalance, bright and beautiful from afar, lethal up close. It reminds us that planets do not need to be destroyed to become uninhabitable. They only need to drift slightly out of equilibrium. From space, Venus still shines like a jewel. It reflects sunlight brilliantly, masking the inferno beneath. This deception is perhaps its most unsettling trait. It looks alive. It looks gentle. It looks familiar. But Venus is what happens when a world stops being forgiving. A twin that diverged just enough. A planet that teaches us, quietly and relentlessly, that similarity is not safety, and that survival depends not on size or position, but on balance. And once that balance is lost, Even a world almost identical to Earth can become unrecognizable forever.